Hey everybody, how you all doing? How you doing, Kimber?
What's up, y'all?
Yeah, I heard you just got off of work.
Yeah,
Cat, go.
a few minutes ago.
Ugh. Um, let's see. Hey Graham, Mo knows best. Betsy's tag. Carrie, Taste the Rainbow. Tennessee Rose, Love and Grace. Hey Pendar, Skunk Ape. Um, Lipster, Mama Two, and Ruby Doo. How's everybody doing? I hope everyone's been quite entertained with this past week's uh, bullshit. Hey, crybaby. Hey, Sally. Ernie is just a freaking fucktard, you know? He's the dumbest son of a bitch that is possibly out on this planet. I mean, does he really think that nobody's going to find out about what type of injuries and how he got to the hospital and how bad the wreck really was? You know? It's like, wow. Hey, Bonkers. Um, I guess who was it? Oh my god. Oh, besides it was oh my god. I just went blank on their freaking name. Degenerative lost or something like that. They had the accident report. Hey Tarek. Um that was pretty interesting. Have you had a chance to see that, Kemper? It's quite funny actually.
What is it?
His accident report is quite hilarious. Let me see here. Let's see if I can get that to come up here. I don't like the way they changed this. Let me make sure I got the right screen up before I go into this. It's on. Okay. Swear to God, as soon as I hit the play button, the two jackasses decide to come up here and cause hell. Okay, let me see if I can make this bigger. That's about as big as I can get it, I think. Oops, maybe not. Back off. Okay. Um, First off, I'm hoping that most of the idiots have finally figured out that yes, this happened in Arkansas and not Kentucky, Tennessee, or what was the other state? Georgia or something like that. Um, it. I'm not sure if you guys can read this, but I know it's kind of blurry. It's the best copy as I could get, but it says here happened on the 23rd at 2:48 a.m. The police were notified just a few minutes later at 2:50, and how everyone was saying that Ernie wasn't contacting anybody because the time was at 2:50. If you don't seem to understand that Arkansas is
Central.
mistaken, yeah, they are an hour behind where Nickelodeon is at. Damn sure would be 3:55 per time. And everyone's all saying, no, he didn't call anybody because it was at 2 o'clock in the morning. People, there are different time zones. For fuck's sakes. Um, and I guess the police didn't get there until 3:12. And it was in rural Clark County. Um, let's see. No, I gotta go. Oh, you. I hate the way these two communicate. Okay, let me share my screen again, for fuck's sakes. Sorry, y'all. Technical difficulties, something unbelievable. Hey, Izzy Pop. Okay. Now it says here on where it says harmful event, 313, which is down here, and of course it's on the next page. 313 is tree, a standing tree that, we all know that he hit a tree for once. He actually told the fucking truth. Location of first harmful event, it was on the shoulder. Type of collision, single vehicle car crash. Relation, it was at an intersection. Type of intersection was a T intersection. Road system was a state highway. It was on public property. Road conditions were dry. Light conditions, it was dark, not lighted. Environmental factors were none. Weather conditions, clear. Roadway conditions, none. So basically, a pretty good dry night. Ernie, for some unknown reason, decides to blow a stop sign at a T intersection and hit a tree. Not applicable, not applicable. Well, that's all the same. Yeah, it was a 2021 Mercedes-Benz Sprinter. Sorry, it's kind of hard to read this because it's kind of fuzzy. Oh, poor little guy. And it was a cargo van, which we all knew that he was in the damn cargo van, which I'm still trying to figure out, or if anybody knows if it was the same damn cargo van that he had from the beginning. Because you know how he likes to say that he has had different contracts and all that stuff. Okay. Hey, Army Vet. Let's see. 101. It was a van info. All the rest of the stuff is really boring. It just shows where the damage was right in front.
Good baby.
Vehicle usage 97. He was southbound. Vehicle maneuver movement is essentially straight. Let's see. Can't remember which ones were the good page. I mean, there was a visible stop sign. There was lanes were marked. I mean, it's not like he could not have seen what the frick was coming up at him. 13. It all just talks about the tree. It's the same thing. Okay, driver's license, endorsements, none. Violated, none. None. Yeah, I guess the airbags were deployed in the front. And you know how they were saying that he did not have a seatbelt on? Other people were saying he had a seatbelt on, blah, 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 blah. Here it says unknown. Let's see. Oh, here it says injury status. And it has a number 3 right here. It says suspected minor injuries.
Of course. It's that
Right.
little arm.
Right.
Little gash. That's all it is.
But he had a broken leg and a chunk of his leg missing, broken pelvis, broken ribs.
Laceration on his liver.
Right. Okay,
Wasn't he
Ernie.
talking about having to have surgery and all this other dumb shit?
Yeah, never did. Of
Hmm.
course.
But this is what Ernie does. He takes something very minor and makes it into something huge. And you guys saw how he does it.
Oh, we're echoing? Oh, shoot. Let me see. Give me 1 second. Okay, try now, Kemper.
What, I was echoing?
Well, and I was wanting to see if there a combination between the two of us. We were echoing. I don't know which one was doing it, but it seems to be gone now. Is that better? Okay. Anyways, the injury status was suspected minor injuries, which we all know the slew of injuries that he tried to say that he had was, yeah, liver, leg, chunk of his leg was missing, ribs. Um, fucking, what else was there? I think that was pretty much about it. And according to him, he had serious injuries, lacerated liver. I'm like, okay. Type of medical transportation. It says 102, which means law enforcement. Now, I know Lisa Kay tried to argue the other night, um, stating that it was an ambulance that came and picked them up, or I'm sorry, not just her, but Terry and several people tried to argue that it was an ambulance that picked him up. No, it says um, law enforcement picked him up. And here, right here, where it says transported to medical facility by Clark County Sheriff's Office. So, no ambulance. Either Ernie's family is completely lying to Lisa and she's just taking it hook, line, and sinker when she was first putting out all this vague, mysterious information when all this first happened, leaving it up to all kinds of speculation, which was, if you don't know, don't say anything, or, don't leave it up to interpretation because shit, everyone's just going to run with it. Um, driver condition and circumstances. Here it says condition at time of crash for, I'm guessing this is the driver. It's marked here physically impaired. Marked here down here under the influence of medication or doesn't say, but driver wasn't distracted. Driver's vision wasn't obscured. Driver suspected of alcohol usage. It says no. Let's go to the next one. Okay, yeah, physically impaired. This one's a lot clearer. Under the influence, driver suspected of alcohol. No. Everything here is no, 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 no. Driver suspected of drug usage. Yes. So, how many times have we heard Ernie say that he doesn't do drugs, and counter that with how many times have we heard and seen that there has been proof of some sort of drug issue? I mean, what, that last one police report? He was under the influence, not alcohol. And god dang, how many other times traveling around with a
Well,
syringe?
well, he's gotten blood work done every time he's had to go to the psych ward.
Yeah.
Every time he's gone and done blood work at the psych ward, it showed up positive for methamphetamines. And it has for years. This is according to many different sources, so I'm not thinking it's a bullshit lie. I think it's true.
Right.
And yeah, he got caught with a hypodermic instrument in New York City. They didn't catch any drugs on him, but they did catch that. They also found the baton that he stole from Thelma,
Mhm.
a self-defense baton.
Right.
So you have that. But he's definitely, like when he was walking right down the middle of the highway there in Madison, he was on meth. He even told the cop he was.
Right. But of course,
So,
he's always telling everybody, "No, I don't do drugs." Lying sack of shit. I mean, how many times do we have to have proof that he does do some form of narcotic, be it cocaine or methamphetamine or whatever, you know?
well, and the thing is I'm sure him being schizophrenic doesn't help the situation.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure he's not taking the meds that he's supposed to be on still.
Right.
Um, so even a little sprinkle of meth is going to go a long way with somebody who's got that issue.
Yeah.
So he might be clean at the time he's having one of those little highway runs. You never know. But the fact is, he's not right in the head.
Mm-mm. He's not. I mean, just take your medicines for crying out loud,
Yeah, he don't want to. He
you
thinks he's
won't
better than.
right? You won't have these manic episodes. 'Cause, I mean, lately we've seen his manic episodes. He'd be
He was manic before he had that wreck.
yeah,
Everybody saw it.
yeah. I mean, he was starting to spiral. Like, um, here it says failure to stop or yield and driving left to center, which is just like those original reports that we saw. Um, and I think that's the same thing. Okay, disregard traffic signs or controlled. He disregarded a stop sign. Improper left turn, reckless, reckless operation, aggressive operation, inattentive carelessness, careless, negligent, erratic operation. He ran off the roadway and failed to keep in proper lane. And which I mean, Ernie kind of sort of told a little bit of truth. He was saying how he crashed, but yet he said that his brakes went out, which I'm still kind of iffy on that.
At night, or wasn't that how fast he was going?
You know, I've they said that he was going. He said that he was going 90. Oh my God, we're echoing again.
I think it's in the report.
Okay, oh, just 1 second.
It's beyond somebody saying. I think it's the cop said or the report said. Pretty sure.
Okay, is there an echo now? No, it sounds like it's better. Oh, what's going on tonight? Yeah, I guess somewhere in the report, but I'm not sure. I haven't actual thing of it yet. Oh, and I'm sorry, I just forgot one is driving under the influence of drugs, and the damn echo is back. I can hear it now.
I don't have anything on or open.
I know, neither do I. Um, and I just hit fix the echo cancellation like 3 times now. Let's see if it does it, if that fixed it this time. The 90 well, you know, I noticed that the the owner of the vehicle had cameras inside of there. I wonder if they got the 90 miles from the dash cam.
Do what?
Oh my God, the freaking echo. Hold on. It's like it fixes itself for a few minutes and then it goes away again. Um, on the police report, you'll see that the owner of the van had cameras inside the van, and they sent that footage to the police, which you would
Mm.
think that they would have sensors and everything on the vehicle as to what mileage or his speed and everything that he went or he was going.
It probably was tracked.
Yeah. Okay, here he says it was traveling south on Highway 51, ran the stop sign at Highway 51 and Highway 67 intersection, drove across Highway 67 and struck a tree head on. There is a dash cam video of the accident that was inside the van. The employer of the van sent the video to the arresting deputy. Um, he was resisting arrest, driving while intoxicated, DWI, first drugs, careless, and prohibited driving, and then fleeing on foot. He probably got in the car accident, tried calling all these people, finally got a hold of somebody, and they called the police to him, and then when they arrived, he probably panicked and tried to start walking away because he refused to be,
Think
it
he
was
had enough time with all of that, and the time the cop showed up, because obviously the cop witnessed some of it. You
I
know what
don't
I mean? I don't know if
well
he's going to have enough time for a phone call after a traumatic wreck like that, and then I don't know. Just thinking out loud.
the accident happened at oops, one page more. Where is it? Right
Like
there.
he was scared of the cops that they were after him, and Shelby Shell was going to shoot him or some bullshit.
Right. His van had GPS in it. Yeah, I'm sure it did. I'm sure the boss had, he maybe for once wasn't lying that the van had cameras inside of it. I know his van had GPS in it because so the employer can track them. But according to this, the accident happened at 2:48. Um, so between 2:48 and 2:50, the police were notified.
Okay,
And
so two
Nicolina,
minutes.
yeah, Nicolina even showed that he tried calling her, but it was a missed call, and it was at 3:55, I think it was, her time, which would have been 2:55 his time, and the police didn't get there until 3:12. So, I mean, he had time to contact people, and apparently, he was out of the vehicle. So, probably in his state of mind, probably better to get away from the police officer who showed up. So sorry for the echo, you guys. I've been trying to fix this, but it's coming back.
I don't even hear it.
I
That's the
hear it.
wild part.
I hear it on my end, and I have absolutely nothing open. At least nothing to do with our live. Yeah, it's weird. Um, you know, I don't know. He's just a fucking idiot. So he was taken to the hospital with minor injuries, nothing life threatening. Like, he said how everybody, they called everyone in his family, telling, oh, you might want to show up because he might not he might not make it. So this guy hung out with, okay. No, he didn't hang, whatever, tired. Um, I mean, did he seriously not think that people would find out about this shit? I'm sorry, when he says that he's got a chunk of his leg missing, but yet he's walking a broken leg, but yet he's caught walking around in the hospital, according to him that he says. Um, and all these broken ribs, but yet he has enough, ability to sit there and yell out or talk very loudly, with broken ribs. Not possible. Um, he's just an idiot. He just seems to think that everyone's gonna follow his shit hook, line, and sinker and just believe it and get sympathy from all of his subs and, everybody, which I just find it absolutely disgusting. But yeah, his because apparently he's out now. Let me get back to this here. Because yeah, he did a post it, or I'm not sure if I think this must be up of Facebook. But he says, "My body has been mangled, but my spirit still holds strong. Which what should have killed me? What should have killed me in the devil's grasp? God had other plans. My body can barely function, but but I know through faith, God will continue to heal what doctors said couldn't be." I love you all, and I do have the greatest family ever. I need to rest. I must go. I love my sisters. He's all standing in front of the van with a walker. Dude, is he seriously still trying to go with that narrative of he was so mangled and just on, knocking on death's door?
Do you remember when he had the blood capsule in his mouth and
Oh,
was
yeah.
spitting up blood and
Mhm.
nothing at all had happened to him, but he made like a week's worth of posts saying the same kind of shit.
Right?
So I'm not surprised that I'm actually surprised he's not done more.
Right. Well, I mean, if you look at all the things that he's done. He's jumped out of a moving, vehicle, the Hummer. He's, punched himself in the face numerous times. There's no links that this man will not go to try to get sympathy. Like you said earlier, the kidnapping, faked the kidnapping with us, made his mom worry to death. He has no remorse when he does this shit. He does not care. And he had all kinds of people worried about him in this accident because the way Lisa Kay made it sound that, he wasn't going to make it. And it's like, Lisa Kay,
Yeah, that's Lisa Kay, though. If
don't,
anybody hasn't picked up on what Lisa Kay does, well, I don't know what to tell them.
right? I mean, shit, if you can't put out the whole truth, just keep your mouth shut until, you can. Because you girl made everything so much worse instead of just coming out and saying, hey, Ernie was an accident. I don't have any details yet, but just letting everybody know. That would have been better than anything. But no, she had to double down on shit. Hey, Freeside had to double down on stuff and say that, you know, life flighted from one hospital, from a 22 bed hospital to another hospital that could take, heavy trauma, um, lacerated liver, and of course, Ernie, he's going to take the things that he hears that's being said about him and incorporate it into his quote story, which he did. And what's just disgusting, he had all of his subs, all the ones who have been following him faithfully for the past 4 years, which still blows my mind. Um, had all of them worried about him, pestering his family, trying to, get some information because Lisa Kay was being so damn cryptic, and anybody else, excuse me, that was trying to put out shit. It's just so stupid. That's why my Title is Confucius says, if you don't know the whole truth, don't speak. Keep your mouth shut. You just make things worse. But I think some of the best stupid shit that he said is when he was in the hospital. Remember, I know a lot of people watched part of Chasing Justice's live that she had with him. I think it was what 2 days ago, maybe. Let me see here. Was it 2 days ago? Yeah, 2 days ago. Where he comes on and he's looking like massively yellow, like he's just knocking on death's door with jaundice and all this shit. And at the end, the nurse flips the light and, oh, wow, recovery. He looks perfectly healthy. He's so stupid. But,
I just wonder if that cop knows he's HIV positive
oh,
and he helped him out, driving him to the hospital with blood.
right. Oh, yeah. That could be, that's kind of scary thought.
Yeah, I might have to let him know about it.
Right.
Because that might not be something that he's privy to. I don't know.
Yeah, because I mean, he was bleeding because he had that massive gash on his arm.
Right.
Oh my God. Then I heard somewhere that someone was thinking that it was a sticker on his arm. I was like, where did these people get this from? I mean, I
But
don't
he didn't show anything else. He just
know.
showed that arm.
Oh, and a couple bruises,
Yeah,
but
well.
that's to be expected. But he didn't show his leg. He just kept saying, "Oh, if you could just see my leg, there's a big chunk out of it missing," and blah 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 blah.
And his liver had part of it missing, too.
Yeah. Tarek says, "I thought it was wild that all the people that co-signed his BS were like, don't contact his family, don't contact his family,' and then Phoebe and others were doing exactly what. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Lisa Kay was sitting there saying, "Don't contact him," but you got to give her credit though. She's not talking to Ernie's family. She's talking to Shelby's family. That's her
Logic.
reason. Her logic is it's not Ernie's family. It's Shelby's family she's contacting. Bitch, it's the same thing. They're brothers for fuck's sakes. I. Mm,
I've never seen some people that are so just. They have to have attention. They have to be recognized. I've
mm-hmm.
never seen so many people like it in my life. I don't understand it either.
I don't either.
Never will.
I mean, as you know, we didn't jump on this train of everybody trying to be the first to put out the information.
What's
Meanwhile,
funny is all these motherfuckers are actually the last. If you actually think about how this shit's happened,
right,
they're sitting here playing fucking mop up, man. Clean up. Like, that's what y'all are doing.
right,
That's
making
sad.
making complete fools out of themselves by saying, "Oh, this happened," and blah 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 blah. But I can't tell you how or why I know this or da da da. Meanwhile, I'm sitting back just laughing my ass off, going, "Good God,
Yep.
how many times are you guys gonna have to try and retract your information that you put out the first time?"
How many
And
times a motherfucker got to be wrong for them to shut up? That's my question.
apparently a week's worth,
Shit. Apparently, they got to have their damn sex life put out there and their war situation and everything else, and they still don't stop.
right?
It don't make no sense to me.
Airborne vet says Ernie is healed from 120 broken ribs, 7 broken arms, 4 broken pelvises, and 22 liver lacerations. Get your woohoo Jew. Right.
And he had one steering wheel implanted in his chest.
Right. He did have a nice kind of, I couldn't tell if it was a Mercedes Benz emblem or whatever, but he did have a kind of that nasty gash in his arm. But it
He
was
better
kind
be
of
glad it was a Mercedes that he wrecked because they have a really strong space frame and
right.
they're known for their safety. So imagine if he did that in a different car, like his Dodge.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That thing could have been
Bad
completely
news
wrapped
bears.
on the tree with him with it. Pat Paulson says Ernie is the first person to have a circumcision reversal as a result of an automobile accident. Jesus. These people. But, everyone was falling for it hook, line, and sinker, and I'm just sitting there going, there's just so much in this that does not sound right.
Most of us were sitting back and letting it play out. Then you had the busybodies having to be in the middle of it.
Right,
See, that's the thing with Ernie's bullshit, y'all. You gotta let it play out.
right,
It always comes back and hits him in the face. Every fucking time. You just
it's
gotta let him do it.
right.
Y'all ain't doing it, he's doing it.
Just gotta give him a little time and oof,
Right.
takes it.
So y'all are just wasting your energy and make yourselves look stupid.
Mhm.
Meanwhile, he's doing what he's always done.
This is just a rinse and repeat. I mean, every year it's the same damn cycle every time.
Yep.
Tarek says the steering wheel he broke probably fucked him up. Oh, you're talking about the when he was quote punching the well, basically punching air, but he was saying he was punching the dashboard and he broke off the piece of the steering wheel. Probably.
Ernie's full of shit.
Graham says I didn't see any bruises on his chest. No, there wasn't. There's no bruises on his chest. Not a single one. I mean, his arms and his hands. I mean, I could definitely see his hands being bruised. 'Cause I know when I was rear-ended by a guy that was going excessively, I had bruises on my hands, but yeah.
Well, I mean, I knew by the time Ernie was about 30 minutes into that live stream with Chasing, something was up. And then he went and did like 2 or 3 more lives that night. I
Hmm.
knew he wasn't hurt like he claimed. If he had all those broken ribs, he wouldn't have been able to talk with the strength that he was talking on Chasing's panel. Just
Right.
wouldn't happen. I've had them broken ribs. I've had less than what he was claiming. And I promise you're not going to sound that fucking boisterous. Just not going to do it, man. It ain't
Right.
going to happen. I'm sorry. And then the more he talked about shit, he talked himself into some circles. And I was like, yeah, like you said, something ain't vibing here.
Hmm. Well, I mean,
Meanwhile, I was like, hey, man, I hope you get to feeling better. Like I said, get this legal shit behind you. Your life will change,
hmm,
but he don't want it to change. He wants to keep doing the same old shit he's always been doing. And he's got a
yeah,
new little audience that's pandering to him, and that's what's helping him. That's what's always helped him. And then these wannabe freaks, well, there's always been those. And we've
right.
seen what happened with those.
But yet he wants to stay here. My body has been mangled, but my spirit still holds strong. What should have killed me in the devil's grasp, God had other plans. Mm, 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 mm. Damn, Ernie.
And then he invokes the name of God into it, which is
Mhm.
going to make his karma even that much more sweet.
Oh my God, right? My body can barely function, but yet he's standing up here. Um, but I know through faith, God will continue to heal me what the doctors couldn't, or what the doctors said couldn't be. It's the lichen blood. You know it. Lichens, everyone knows they can regenerate, reheal whenever they get hurt. So it's got to be that lichen blood, right? That's what I'm thinking.
It sounds like to me a story like when he had those chemicals thrown on him, and it was Antifa that did it. And he was in the hospital, and he had a sister asking everybody for prayers.
Hmm. I remember that.
Again, more shit that he's brought his family into, playing with their emotions, because she really thought it was true until somebody was like, man, I ain't heard shit about that. Like, that's something that would make the news, was their point.
Hmm.
And she was like, oh, it wasn't local. And they were like, and national. Like, give it up, Amber. Which I ain't saying Amber's the smartest, because she thinks Shelby should be released, and he shouldn't. Shelby should never be released. Ernie should be locked up and never be released. That's just how that is. Ernie
Yeah.
knows it. I, I, along with hundreds of other people, when we found out Ernie was being released on probation, we said then, all of us were saying, he will not complete his probation. And guess what? we were all right. We were spot on. Now, Ernie has a violation in the state of Arkansas for his probation in Kentucky that he'd already violated. So that's two.
Right.
He's not supposed to have any encounters with police. He's not supposed to have any kind of issues whatsoever. I would say a wrecked van and leaving the scene is an issue.
Well, it seems to me
And
like it's
it's always
obvious,
got a fucking van involved.
right? It seems like Kentucky and Arkansas didn't communicate because they let him go on his own recognizances. Um, so I mean, there's some lack of communication there because there was a warrant out for him because of his probation violation,
Right.
but yet Arkansas just let him go.
Well, then it's
So
going to be on us to get him.
yeah,
We'll just have to locate where he's at and get him caught again.
yep. You're right, Tarek. In the beginning, he sounded like he was in pain. The more and more he talked, the pain, labored breathing. I mean,
Yeah, his narcissism took over.
uh-huh.
That's what happened. He was getting what he wanted, and he got lost in that, and it showed.
Katie melting all over me. Ugh. Yeah. The first time I saw him on, I can't remember exactly whose live he popped in on. Um, yeah, I knew right then because there was no surgery. I mean, you would think with a lacerated liver that they'd want to stop the bleeding, but if it's not a severe enough one, that it's just like, a small tear or whatever.
You would think in his condition that the nurses would have told him, you can't be on live stream for 5 hours.
Exactly. Well, you'd be in an ICU and you can't have a phone in ICU.
Right. And you can't be on live stream for 5 fucking hours. And he was on, I swear it was like 4 fucking panels that day. I know he went from Chasings to Katie's, and I'm
Hmm.
pretty sure he went on Prayer Gardens and Kale's.
Hmm. He's
That's 4.
he's bounced all over the place.
Right. And that was the day that he made his appearance.
Hmm. Is that really the van that he was driving, or one that more fits the narrative? That's been kind of consistent. The pictures that everyone's been showing of the van. Um, so I'm, and that is it fits the description that the police officer put in the report. Yeah, exactly, like everyone calling in sick to work, they lose. Yeah, right. Then instantly start talking normally. Uh, hey, Beth. Um, is that Tarek said? I'm sure the cop in Arkansas was like, "Fuck this guy!" Issued summons to appear and just wanted to get away from. Right. I mean, it's just sad. Just so sad.
It is, but like I said, it's going to be on us, all of us, being the eyes and ears.
Hmm.
And don't be hasty.
No.
Be thorough and be exact. That's what you
Right.
have to be.
Well, I know there's a spec in which I really hate saying speculation because I have no proof of this, and I don't like to um, go without the truth. But they said that he might have been released from the hospital to go into a mental evaluation, but obviously it doesn't look like it because you see him here standing with a walker, which I think is just priceless touch. A walker in front of his van.
Mm-hmm. What's
No.
funny is when he's really going to need that fucking walker. That's going to be the funny part.
Mm-hmm.
That's when my fucking humor kicks in.
Mm-hmm. And
Because
no,
that
Donnie.
karma, it's going to kick. And it's going to kick him hard.
Well, karma's already been pecking at him a little bit here and there. It's
Yep, but
gonna.
when he gets sent back to Kentucky, and then they bring that charge back and they max it out and make him spend that time in jail, then he'll have some time to think about it. Of course, he'll be doing phone calls and have some dumbasses making sure that they can talk to him. So, yeah, I mean, we're going to have that to fall back on. But yeah, Ernie's going to have some time to spend once he gets
Right.
caught again.
Yeah, and Donna,
That's
no,
just the way that is.
he didn't have any type of surgery, none.
Yeah, I don't think he had an injury that needed surgery.
No. Fox said he's gonna crash the walker too, probably. Hopefully someone doesn't steal the tennis shoes balls from his walker, right? Um, but yeah, just you're right, Donna. Lisa Kay was completely part of this LARP, or she, I mean, she completely believed his sisters, in which we've known time and time again that either they gullibly believe everything that he says to them, which you would think they know him way better than we do, that they would kind of second guess a lot of his shit, but told her all this stuff and she ran with it. Donna Austin, is he really standing in front of that van, or is that an Annie, Jesus, is that an Ernie engineered photo? No, he's apparently he's actually standing in front of it, but I can't see or tell if it doesn't look like it's been manipulated, but who knows? It is Ernie. Um, let's see. Oh shoot, I don't have the picture of the back of the van on here. Give me 1 second and let me get the picture of the van, the back end of the van. That was freaking hilarious.
Wasn't it empty pretty much?
Oh yeah, and yeah, he had 3,000 pound payload in the back. Mm-mm. No, he didn't. I think Nicolina had a good clear picture of it. But yeah, the back of the van is completely empty, except for there's a couple questionable pieces back there, or one very questionable piece. And I'll tell you why I'm kind of bringing this up here in just 1 second. Once I can find Nicolina's page. Damn it, where is it? Look at my history. All right, why can't I find Nicolina? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Sorry, guys. For some reason, it's not popping up like it should be.
Do what?
I'm trying to find Nicolina's channel, but it's not showing. I'm having to search through all of these. Give me 1 second. I got so many people I subscribe to. On my phone, I can just go right to it, but on my laptop, everything's in a different order. It's kind of annoying. Did she change the name of her channel again? I never paid attention.
Oh, make a look. I always use Discord and just go to the link room because there's usually one of hers.
Oh, I
It's
found it.
Nicolina Cancelina 777.
Yeah, I found it. There we go. Oh, I thought she had a picture. There it is. It's bigger. Okay, now, oh my god. Okay, remember way, remember way back when Ernie had a Amazon wish list,
No, I don't remember, but go ahead.
and on his wish list he had it was a male muscle torso piece.
Okay.
It was like a silicone muscle piece right here. I swear to God, it's like the back end of it. It's like you can only see the back. Let me see if I can make. Can I make it any bigger? Yeah, right here. It looks like when silicone sleeves, when he pulled his arms back through, they reversed themselves. But it looks just like. Wait till you see this. It looks like one of these. Did it show up? See the bodysuit, um, and the back of it. Now, look at this again, right here. I swear that's gotta be the freaking thing. Because I remember him having that on his Amazon wish list, and I've been trying to find it, and I can't find it anymore. And I thought I remember someone saying that someone did buy him that on there, that silicone bodysuit or chest piece. I don't know, Tarek. I don't know about that. Um, because yeah, we looked at some of those things, and usually it's just the butt half, not the whole chest part. But yeah. Hey Ted. But sure, I mean, I would love to pin the police when they go to open up the back of the van, or if they did, you know, uh, and seeing that thing back there, they'd be like, "What the fuck is this guy into?" Because I swear to God, it looks exactly like this thing. Let me show it again. Exactly, the back half of it, but just have the arms tucked back inside, because when you take something off that silicone, it's going to reverse itself. I mean, that's exactly what that looks like.
Well, it does look that way.
And some people are saying this is a butt crack right here. I can't tell. It could be just that it's the way it's sitting. Part of it got dented and, dimpled in. I don't know. But I'm telling you, it's got to be that, because I mean, perfect. It's the same color, same shape, shoulder. Just have the arms being reversed, tucked inside because of taking it off. Because those things are not easy to put on and off. So that is in my opinion. Okay,
Ernie is a freak like that. So
right, Tarek? That's what I was just saying. Can you imagine them asking? It's like, what the hell is he traveling with this shit for? Yeah, and Ernie would wear something like that. Absolutely. Well, he had it on his wish list at one time, and I cannot find the link because I remember looking at it a long time ago, and I started busting up. I had a screenshot of it at one time, but it was on my other phone that decided to die on me, and yeah, so I don't have it anymore. But it was a bust just like that one that's on the screen. And I remember people asking him, "Why do you want that?" And I can't remember what he said he wanted it for. I don't remember, but it was stupid. But that's Ernie for you. He's just retarded. Um. Oh. remember when we were with the stand and we were going to get Jimbo was going to get the his last court appearance,
Yeah.
and we never saw. Well, shortly after that, we broke off from him, and we never saw hide nor hair of it. Well, someone, well, it's speculation that Jimbo and gave it to Ghost, or they got it somehow. Let me figure it. There it is. Nope, that's not it. Hold on, I got so many damn. There it is. Well, we now have his court hearing, and there's some interesting things that were said in this. That I have a feeling that he is really going to have to be paying for some shit here later on for what is said in this. He's going to be in some big, big trouble. Take a listen here.
All right, Mr. Shell, before the court for sentencing.
Your Honor, I did review the PSI with Mr. Shell. There were a couple of things that struck me that I discussed with him as well. Your Honor, the court clearly reviews these. I went to the offender statement.
I like it that it's the same judge where he didn't show up for court the very first time.
The one at the arraignment, right?
Yep. I love that it's her still.
I discussed the nature of that with Mr. Shell. And Your Honor, I think the court's aware that there were some unusual circumstances with this case and the involvement of Me2 versus I've shown up here to court.
Let me see if I can put on the closed captions because I know it's kind of hard to hear what he's saying.
However, upon speaking further to Mr. Shell, he would acknowledge culpability and would acknowledge, again, his guilt to the judge.
Okay.
Your Honor, there is also a matter of custody time credit. This can be difficult to calculate when somebody's being extradited from another state. We understand that. Mr. Shell does have paperwork indicating that he actually signed that tradition waiver on August 26, 2024. So we do think that might give him some additional custody time.
Yeah, I know, Donna.
Okay. How much additional?
Judge, he was, I believe, booked in at MCDC on September 6th.
So we're not in the 272 range or anything?
No.
Okay, all right.
Judge, all of that being said,
Yes.
we would request the privilege of probation in Mr. Shell's case.
Okay.
And that would be based on several different factors. He does have a stable residence.
Thank you, Donna.
I think back in his hometown, if I'm not mistaken, Judge. I know that one of his biggest concerns, as he mentions in the PSI, is to get out and take care of his mother, who's very ill. And he realizes that he would not be able to go from state to state without permission, probation, and parole. And he has accepted that. He's willing to certainly follow any directives of probation and parole there, Judge. He does also have extensive work experience, and I don't think he'd have any difficulties obtaining employment. Judge, in terms of his risk score, we believe it came back as a 15 moderate, which is, I think, certainly under.
He came back as a 15 moderate for, his risk assessment. I think they should have had that a little bit higher because he already proven.
Well, the thing is you can lie on that assessment.
Mm-hmm.
You absolutely can. If you have the right people, then you can get away with it.
Right.
Scoring that low. So, yeah. But they look at your chance of rehabilitating, reusing, that kind of shit when they do that.
Yeah, well, they missed all the marks on that one.
Well, he didn't tell. I guarantee you he didn't tell the truth on it.
Oh, he didn't. Why would he?
Well, I mean, it's a history of your life is
Yeah.
what you do. And then they take that and they assess you and, yeah, they come up with their findings, which he was full of shit.
Mm-hmm.
So, of course, they're going to come back with that. And honestly, it's not their fault.
No.
Like, the only thing they're at fault for is having somebody that's not picking up on this shit. How many people are getting by with lying on their assessments and other things?
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, the same judge that was pissed because he didn't show up for his arraignment, being all chummy.
Right. I mean, I will give him, he does have the gift for gab and, trying to make people or convince people of shit, but
Well, he's not going to be able to play that crazy card too many more times
no.
and it work.
Mm-mm. I think that is coming to a very quick close for him
Mm-hmm.
after all this shit.
Moderate, and I would note as well for the court that, to my knowledge, and as indicated in the PSI, this is his first felony conviction. He understands the implications and consequences of that. So, Your Honor, we would submit that that is an additional penalty here naturally, as well as the amount of time that he must serve at this point, which is close on to 6 months. We believe, Your Honor.
That bow-legged motherfucker, I guess.
Isabel here would likely end up being another couple of months, although that is not a guarantee naturally. He is aware of that, and he is still requesting that privilege of probation, and he is still willing to submit himself to those directives of probation and parole.
Mr. Smith?
I was concerned somewhat about the offender's statement. If he says that he's not guilty, I don't think we ought to find him guilty if he's innocent. So, Mr. Thomas, does he acknowledge that he's guilty? Or?
Yeah.
Given the amount of time that he's got in, I don't disagree with Mr. Thomas. He would be served out and done probably in a month and a half, 2 months. I think probably being on supervision may benefit in society.
Okay.
Yeah, obviously being unsupervised did not benefit him out in society. Yeah, that did not age well.
I reviewed the PSI. He has let's say he has in excess of 160 days custody credit. Well, I'm just saying in excess.
Yes, sir.
Because you are saying more, and I only have what's in front of me. So he has in excess of 160 days, no prior felonies, 15 moderate. As he's brought to the court's attention before, but as is indicated here, he is a veteran.
Did you hear that? Let me back that up just a little bit. Now pay attention closely to what she says.
Didn't she say he indicated it?
Yep.
I only have what's in front of me. So he has in excess of 160 days, no prior felonies, 15 moderate. As he's brought to the court's attention before, but as is indicated here, he is a veteran.
Yeah, as he's brought to the court's attention before and is indicated here, he is a veteran. Oh, Ernie,
He's
that
such
is
a fucking liar.
That is not going to bode well for you at all. Because I can guarantee you when he gets his butt taken back to Kentucky, not only one making a fool out of the court system by his lies like that, and then this judge is not gonna, I don't think, gonna look kindly at that at all. That's just it's disgusting. I would yeah, like I've said before, I take veteran status very seriously. I mean, I've had several vets in my family. My son's in the services right now too. So yeah, and for someone to claim stolen valor is just an absolute 100% a piece of shit. But he wants to go so far as putting it on court documents that he states that he is a veteran. That is going to bite him in the ass so ferociously. I mean, so ferociously.
Yeah, I'm sure that's why they helped him out.
There's a lot of.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm sure that's why they helped him out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they won't. That won't happen next time.
Noise from outside of court related to this case, but I can only judge what's in the court file and what's in the PSI without objection from the Commonwealth. I will go ahead and probate Mr. Shell 1 year for 2 years. It's going to be subject to the standard conditions of probation and parole. I don't know where you intend to live, Mr. Shell. So all I want to say at the first part of this is you will have to start out by reporting to Richmond Probation and Parole Office. If you're given orders or directions or you're planning to transfer, you have to really follow that process deliberately. If you don't get to the right places at the right time, they'll ask me to issue a warrant. Okay? So just make sure you report to Richmond Probation and Parole Office, follow standard guidelines of probation supervision, follow all the directions of your probation officer. You pay a monthly supervision fee, monthly drug and alcohol testing fee, and from time to time you might be subjected to random drug and alcohol testing. You have no further violations of the law. Maintain full-time employment. Pay court costs within 6 months. From time to time, depending on what's going on in your life, you might be directed to complete a class, do some type of programming or workbook. Of course, if your probation officer has decided that's necessary for you, you need to follow their directions and complete that programming. Okay.
And as you've noticed, everyone who keeps saying that they are saying that he was not or ordered not to be on the internet, there in no way, shape, or form did she say anything about being on
Social
social
media.
media.
Nothing.
So
Right.
y'all can just stop that. I mean, he didn't do what happened to BK. His was, internet stalking and stalking and stuff. So completely different.
The other two things here, based on information from the PSI, actually, it's just one thing. In reviewing the PSI, I don't see it necessary to do a social service clinician assessment at this time. There's not anything in his record that indicates any type of substance use disorder or alcohol use disorder. However, I would like for you to do a mental health assessment just to make sure that you have any needs identified and can be working on them while you're on supervision. So,
which I wonder if he even ever did that. Because obviously he is not on the medication that
Nope.
he needs to be on. You're right, Terry. Tennessee State Guard is strictly voluntary, and Terry
Not even military.
No, and Terry
It's
was
like the fucking Red Cross. Literally, they go and help in disaster situations. It's not like they're a National Guard or even it's a different thing than what the fucking National Guard is. Way different.
right. And I know Terry Southern Girl. She was so co-signing that he was a veteran.
Terry's stupid. Terry's always been stupid. Like, I'm just being real. I'm sorry. I'm tired of bullshitting about these people. They're fucking stupid. And for her to co-sign that shows how stupid she truly is.
Yeah.
Ernie's as much as a veteran as he is suffering from the injuries he claimed. Terry, you fucking moron.
Donna. He must have had classes to take. Though remember he went back to oh yeah, God, he went back to college.
Yeah,
that didn't last for very long now, did it?
Gonna be going back to jail, and that's gonna be a fun one. And then what are these fucking wannabes gonna do when there ain't no Ernie to fuck with? Like, really?
Right.
It's what they've made their life about.
Mm.
And that's funny.
Oh yeah.
Like, anybody can hit a duck on the pond. You dumb fuckers. Anybody can. Even Ernie.
Yeah.
It just so happens Ernie is the duck on the pond. Like, fuck.
Yeah. I
I
mean,
need some time out, take a nap, have some milk and cookies, something.
all I gotta say is pretty soon Ernie is going to be into for a whole new world of hurt. All this shit is going to bite him in the ass. Every last bit of it. And I'm wondering, with the recent accident and stuff, if it's proven or not that his brakes weren't working, which I do not believe that story at all. We've all seen him driving while doing a live, looking at the phone, reading we've all seen that when he's driving. In my opinion, he was probably distracted, going too fast, and couldn't stop and hit the tree. Which the employer's dash cam is going to have that proof. But what if he's going to end? What if he ends up having to pay the hospital bills back? Because he's found out. I'm sure his employer isn't going to pay for that shit.
Ernie is a degenerate. He has been a degenerate all of his life. He's never been able to pay for any kind of hospital stay that he's had. And he's had quite a few, but not for injuries, for his mental issues.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to be shit. He didn't have the severe injuries like he claimed. You get what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And the level of hospital bill he will have ain't going to mean shit to him. He's probably got, like I said, he's probably got hundreds of them.
Yeah, it'll just go into collections. It'll be just another thing that he can just
Collect on somebody that don't work ever.
right.
Never even paid taxes.
Yeah, I
You
believe
know,
break shit was failure is bullshit too. I mean, yeah, he was not carrying any 3,000 pounds of cargo in the back, as we've all obviously seen. The back of his van, he only had a few pieces of broken wood and um,
because if there was any kind of delivery that he had to make with any kind of cargo, it would have been taken in pictures
mhm,
for insurance reasons.
exactly. Yeah, he does have health insurance, but I mean, the welfare insurance is only. I mean, they cover some things, but there's still going to be more that he's going to have to pay.
He's never going to pay any bill.
No, no, I know that. I was just referring
Like,
to it.
it doesn't matter if he incurs hundreds of thousands of dollars in hospital bills. He'll never pay them.
Oh no, he never will. He'll run away from those responsibilities just like he has from everything else.
Well, any other responsibility.
Mhm.
That's the point. He's never been responsible to have a job, to pay a bill, to have something of his own that he bought, not somebody that he swindled for so much money, like he did Dr. Sack, right, Ernie?
Right?
Like, that shit didn't go away, Ernie. That's still part of you piece of shit.
Yep, sure the hell is.
And
Ted
I'm just going
asked,
to enjoy myself watching you go to jail, and I'm going to enjoy myself knowing that you can't do the shit you've been doing while you're locked up. You're going to try to find a way, but that will be closed, guaranteed.
I see where I live, they don't cover everything 100%, but it's just really shitty insurance out this way. Ted asked, Kemper, wasn't Ernie known to be a crap driver anyways, without the extras or any illegal drugs?
He's like Ernie. He's the one that's had all the speeding tickets and taken 20 years to pay them off and everything else.
Yeah.
Him and Jimbo both. Because we would find court dates for Ernie, and it was just for speeding tickets, and we kept finding them all the fucking time.
Mhm.
And of course, we have these dumbasses blow it all out of proportion. Oh, it's got to be for this or this or this. When it's in black and white what it really was, like what we have now. People
Right.
gaslighting shit. So, yeah. But, no, that always has been.
Yeah, he's screwed.
He,
I
he knows,
Go ahead.
and that's what he does. He does it a lot of times when he knows he's about to get busted for some shit. He does it a lot of times when he knows he ain't got no money and needs that. Like, he uses that, and people keep falling for it.
Mhm.
It's sad.
It really is. But he's gotten away with it for so long, you know, and everyone keeps letting him get away with it.
It eventually stops.
Yeah, someday. I don't
I've
think
got the patience to wait.
it's um let me see. Sorry, I'm trying to find what the frick. Okay, I don't need that anymore. Let me get rid of some of these damn windows. Don't need that. Don't need that. Oh shit! Oh no, I didn't. I was gonna. L. Kennedy came out with this one here. It's only a 2 minute long video here. She's had so many of them that I would love to play, but they're really long ones. Oh shit! Share screen.
This is where Ernie lived his life. All right, so not gonna lie, he's got a lot of space. Was that the mattress right here? That might have probably the mattress. It's like styrofoam shit, wood box. Are those? No, those aren't his oranges. That looked like a platform boot for a moment, but I think that's a jacket. Does it look like somebody blacked out part on top?
Jimbo just had some traffic things recently. I think it was, yeah.
What? This? No, this was like the curtain thing. Remember? That van looks like it was in pretty good condition. I mean, I don't know. Is that just like old pallet stuff that he'd like from delivering stuff? Doesn't really appear like he was delivering much if all this shit's in the way, you know? What do y'all think? Oh, he's trolling. Yeah. That was his 2x4 and mattress bed. Oh, is that the wood he was talking about? Was that remember how he was like, when I was like banging that one, I broke the bed right here, that wood. But isn't this right here, wouldn't that be a mattress maybe? I don't know what I'm seeing, but those are 2x. He lived in it for months but did nothing. They don't look like they were pushed forward. The pics are fake. I can't. The pics are fake, y'all. The pics are fake. That's funny. Oh well.
And when cancel, stop. No, the pictures weren't fake, but Katie just got trolled ferociously on that one. Okay, here's the one where I was talking about. He was on Chasing Justices, and he came up looking like so yellow, like he was just knocking on death's door.
Yep.
I mean, first of all, I mean, that is some severe jaundice, if that was the case.
Right.
I mean, a little excessive much, basically. I think I'm at the right spot where he starts talking about, really laying it on thick that, because of his liver, he's having all these issues and blah, 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 blah. Lying out of his ass as usual.
Tell me everything I need to know because obviously I've got the doctor just left just now. They'll probably be coming back.
So have they said anything more about surgery, or do you still have to wait longer?
No surgery.
No surgery?
No surgery.
Well,
So that's good.
Good.
And this was done 2 days ago. So, and when was his accident? His accident was on Saturday? Yeah, Saturday. So after 3 days of being in the hospital, he's, his liver is bad enough to make him look yellow, but not bad enough to have, surgery. I don't know what these patches are. They could be the lidocaine patches, but they look different than the ones that my stepdad has. They look quite a bit different than his. But if you notice, there's absolutely not a single bruise on his chest.
Yeah, I got a lot of crazy stuff on my sides and stuff, but no surgery. But I am
Don't
a
be
different color.
moving any more than you should be, though, just to show us everything. Like, take
Yeah, I know, but I'm a different color for some reason today. I don't know what exactly happened, but got my patches and stuff on.
yeah.
I look weird though. I don't like looking weird.
It's like a banana.
No, I wouldn't say banana.
Hey, Nick. Oh, Sister Callie said bile leaks can cause jaundice.
So, did I get my trapeze? No. So,
Yeah, he's talking about a trapeze for his leg, because they, according to him, they couldn't cast it yet because he was too, swollen. So they couldn't cast it, but yet they didn't have it in traction. He doesn't really know a lot about medical shit, does he?
I do have some bad things going. Thank you. I appreciate that. Everybody talking to us. So, one thing I was looking at today, I'm real big on numbers. And I just want to congratulate you on one of the best shows you've had in a while. Yesterday, you beat almost everybody. You know that, right?
No, I haven't looked. I mean, just what you told me about this
Oh,
morning.
I looked, and I was like, wow.
Well, yeah, because
When I seen that you had more viewers than Ghost did, I was like, hell yeah, that's awesome. And you know what's funny about it? Is you still got a damn duck head up on the corner.
Yeah, I don't pay for StreamYard.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't go live enough to justify that expense, Like, I'm a huge penny pincher. I'm all for a sale and any way I can.
Actually, it's not really it's a light, because towards the end, you'll hear her say, "Do you want me to turn that light off?" After he gets his shot and all that stuff, and then he turns immediately back to correct color.
Mm-hmm.
Some hospitals have those horrific lights above them. What was this? My brother broke his femur and he was attracted within a couple hours. Well, I mean, right? I mean, if he was that a compound fracture, or was that just a oh my god, a fracture? Because I know with a compound fracture, definitely. I mean, that's like extremely serious. But even if it was broken in his leg, couldn't put it in a cast yet. You would, I don't know. Personally, about just a regular fracture, I don't know how they would do that because I've never had a fractured bone. But everything that he says, within hindsight, well, even then it sounded beyond ridiculous, but now it even sounds just so stupid.
Save money, and like, I'm gonna monetize again. I'm sure I'm going to. So then, of course, I'll go live as much as I used to, but then
For sure.
especially not hers. They hang down to her ankles just to roll them up to get dressed every day.
Sorry, my time.
I mean, I wonder if there was actually clamps involved now that you think about it. I mean, now that I think about it, I mean, it's got clamp this, never mind.
I'm sorry, but I got to point out, his nipples are always trying to run away from him. I've never seen a man's nipples in his freaking armpits before. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be picking on somebody's anatomy so bad, but this guy, it just cracks me up.
I don't want to talk about it. Make sure the connectivity's. No, I'm done.
Look, Nick said they have light up implants now. So, like, you could do like a little laser show. You could pretend like you're at a rave when you're getting it on. Have all the blinky lights going.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Well, I figured
the world has come to.
Well, my grifting days are over, obviously. So I thought about starting my OnlyFans days, and I thought about starting them there in the hospital. And if I could get some good pictures, like maybe get some good angles and stuff of me and,
God, he's
just
disgusting.
maybe a bicep here or there, some lidocaine patches or whatever. I think it'd go good. I think I could sell them for maybe a quarter, maybe 50 cents a piece. And by the end of the day, I'd have maybe 30, 40 bucks, enough to buy me a nice meal, maybe some socks, maybe some underwear or something like that.
Good God.
There's people out there that would like probably pay good money for like pictures of your arm. People are fascinated by stuff like that. You could sell a picture of just about anything. Chewed bubble gum. There's some weirdos out there.
Well, the thing about it is, I have a problem because I know Behind Green Eyes has emailed me 2 or 3 different times wanting pictures of me. And I thought about it, and I was like, well, what's she want pictures of me for?
Yeah, in Ernie's dreams would I ever fucking ask him for a photo of anything.
Right.
I mean, he needs to stop this shit because it's really starting to irritate me. It's just stupid.
And then she's like, well, can you do this pose for me? I'm like, well, I ain't really much into poses, but if you want like a nice bicep shot or a tricep shot or maybe a trapeze, like a trap muscles or maybe some lateral muscles. I mean,
he doesn't have any trap muscles, hence why his nipples on both sides are in his freaking armpits.
Probably pull up something like that. But if you want to wait till I get better, I'd probably get you some better shots. And she's all about that, and she's met. She's a good woman though. I mean, I think me and her would get along well. She seems like she'd be all right. I mean, I like her accent. I like how she kind of gives me that giggle under her voice every once in a while. It's kind of sexy. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't have an accent. Where the hell did they get saying that I have an accent is beyond me. I mean, I don't have a Southern accent like I get. Well, I guess if you're from the South, I don't know. It's weird.
I thought about the other night. I was thinking about her. I was like, well, you know what that would be? Can you imagine? That would break the internet. That would break the internet right there. And it is what it is.
I don't know if the internet can take too much more breaking these days. Shit.
Yeah, I know. It's been hellacious, I tell you.
Tarek, you're right.
Yeah, she knows I'm fair. She'll probably have my ass kicked after a while or something. She'll say something. Oh yeah. So yeah, yes, Behind Green Eyes, that little sexy accent you got. See, one thing about it, me and her could get matching tattoos now. She got one on her forearm. She got one on her forearm, and I got a Mercedes-Benz logo on mine. So
just legs, right?
I said the internet is broken, just like all your bones, apparently.
Oh yeah, my bones are broken. So after a while, they said they bring me a sheet in here. It shows everything that's wrong with me and what's broken, what ain't, all that. I'm gonna post that. I'm gonna give it to you, let you post it, and that way people can see that I'm not joking, I'm not lying.
Just legs. But I think they could stand up.
I am hurt bad, but right now I'm on medicine, so I'm kind of giddy right now.
I imagine they've got you on quite the cocktail. You just got to be careful. You're gonna walk out of there with a habit.
I mean, if I do, I do. I mean, I don't know. I ain't gonna lie, I like it. I like it a lot. I ain't gonna lie. It's making me be able to breathe. I'll be able to move my legs. I move my toes. Before I couldn't move my toes. I move my toes now. I can actually see some bitches. Anyways, so yeah.
Notice how whenever he says that he's got something broke or whatever, he always quickly changes the subject right afterwards. So he can't be asked a whole lot of questions about it, or like he just said there, he always just quickly changes the subject. His patterns are so predictable.
Yes, Bellanova, he does look better today, except he's yellow.
He's not.
Yeah, I'm very yellow.
Playing in the highlighters.
Yeah, I had some highlight I was just, putting on me. I was wanting to look good for the show.
He's
Been
not
over
really
that.
at the hospital. He's at the tanning bed.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, look at all that hospital equipment out back there. My goodness.
Yeah, I know.
Let me go back on that a second. If you notice, he's not there. I don't think he's hooked up to, because that would have been, I don't know, from my memory, when I was in the hospital one time, this machine here was the pain medication. Uh, for me, they had me on morphine, that little button that you can push. It doesn't even look like he's hooked up to that anymore, except for the IV, in which towards the end of this, the nurse even says that he's going to be taking off the IVs and all that shit. He's not nearly as injured at all. Yeah, the happy button. He's not. See, the IV machine, mine was a separate machine, but that one there, I don't know. I'm just saying that when I was in the hospital, it looked exactly like the morphine machine. I mean, it could be just the IV machine, but I know mine wasn't hooked up like that. But that's just saying from my point of view.
Oh, look at all that hospital equipment out back there. My goodness.
Yeah, I know. So I do have a confession to make.
Uh-oh.
I may or may not hit on the nurse.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, let me find
I'm sure they're used
What?
to that, though.
mine.
Yeah, they are. They probably are. But I wonder if the number she gave me is real or not. That's the big
They've
deal right there.
seen it all. And those hospitals.
Okay, we're gonna
Get it.
not only has he's convinced everybody who's watched him or all of his faithful followers that he was in dire straits, dying, that, all this bullshit, and now has everyone believing he was jaundiced at this moment. The nurse comes in, because I passed it a little bit, but Chasey mentioned something about, he must be in pain or whatever. Then all of a sudden he calls the nurse to come in to get another pain shot. And watch this.
And I do love how your name's spelled, by the way.
Mine?
It's different. Ain't it?
Oh, thank you.
It's different.
Yeah, not a lot of people spell Carly like that.
I know. That's why.
Well, from my defense, this was when I was in the hospital with the morphine. It was what? My son's 13 now. My daughter's 21. It was 20 years ago. So, yeah, the machines are way more up to date nowadays. But 20 years ago, they had two different ones. Oops.
Lord mercy, that's a lot too.
You're coming off these IV fluids too, okay?
Yeah, I know.
Coming off the fluid is a positive.
It's always
Get out of there.
We are not sleeping.
it will.
I mean, he does have a nasty bleeding, but
You feel it right in the back of your neck. It's wild. Man.
Yeah.
What is it going to do?
I don't know. That might just be the first place that you feel it.
Okay, I feel that word now. Oh Lord. And the legs and the ribs and the arms. Oh, you double me up. Oh Lord.
no rib damage at all.
You want me to turn your light?
Yeah, turn the lights off.
Say, turn the lights off. Now wait for the miraculous healing here.
Turn all of them off for me.
Sure. Let me get this board out.
Oh,
There we go.
thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah.
Hallelujah. It's like he's so high on his shit right now. I don't think he really realizes what kind of he just did to himself. But yeah, his faking of being jaundiced and all that shit in just a matter of a flick of a switch, he's healed. It's like, dear God, Ernie.
Yeah. Look at that. It's everybody natural color in it. Oh, God, Jesus. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, my God.
Oh, another thing. Remember how Mama T was saying that his hair was blonde? Because on that one initial report, it said hair color BLN. Yeah, no, his hair is not blonde. That cracked me up so bad when I first heard that. I'm like, oh my God. If anything, I don't know what BLN stands for. If it does stand for anything, I took it as a typo. Instead of being BRN, they put BLN. But yeah.
No.
Yeah,
Mm.
Kool-Aid.
Did they just give you Dilaudid?
I think every one of those.
That's
Ooh,
what
you know,
they gave me after I had mini me. My
But yeah, so yeah, his miraculous recovery there. And a few people in the comments were, talking about it. But yeah, it just goes to show you the links that he will go to try to pull one over on his subs. And it's like, if anybody actually believes anything he says from this point on, I I don't know what to say. Because yeah, how many times over the past 4 years what does it take, to prove that he's just nothing but a pathological liar? What he's done is he's taken, what Lisa Kay was saying about his liver and being life flighted and blah 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 blah, and he took all that information and incorporated it into his little quote story of his injuries, and he just ran with it. He's just, I don't know. He's just stupider than fuck. But yeah. Are you there, Kimber? Did we lose you? And I think I did take down Lisa Kay's live. Damn it. I didn't mean to too. And it'll take me forever to find it because it took me forever to find it last time. But yeah. I mean, granted, I felt bad for the guy when I first heard about the accident because nobody had the facts. Nobody knew what was going on. All you had was Lisa Kay putting out some really vague information that pretty much everybody took and ran with it with their own scenarios of what was going on instead of actually sitting back and waiting, trying to get the correct information. Yeah, Kemper unfortunately has a lot of internet connection problems. Lisa and Margaret, yeah, I mean, and in my opinion, since Lisa Kay has tried to weasel her way so much into quote Shelby's family, even though it's Ernie's family, probably just sick and tired of her shit and probably fed her with a bunch of bullshit, knowing that she would run with it. But unfortunately, it backfired on everybody because everybody was just it was just ridiculous. I mean, that's why I sit back, watch, laugh, and wait till, facts actually come out. If it's that we're able to find it or someone else finds it, either way it be, just don't run with shit that when it first come out. That's all I gotta say. Yeah, I hate to see stuff. Yeah, I wasn't buying it from the beginning. I mean, when the accident, I didn't. I mean, like with his liver, especially, well, before he came on the live, or before he actually showed up for a live, you know, I gave him more, or I gave the information more or less a benefit of the doubt because, nobody knew. But as soon as he came on live and saw the way he was talking, the way he was moving, trying to show, his back. I mean, if someone had broken ribs, they are not going to be moving like that. If they had a broken pelvis, they're not going to be moving like that, or a broken leg. I knew instantly right then, this guy is just another fucking lark from him trying to, you know, doing his typical Ernie trolling bullshit. Um, Ernie is not trolling. People that know him in real life say that he tries to sell all the shit he spews online. He's at the point that he believes the shit well, yeah. I seriously, sometimes I think he does start believing the shit that he says, which goes to show, his mental state is just not there, you know? I'm thinking Kemper maybe fell asleep. Poor guy, he did get off of work late. Are you there, Kemper? Kemper? Yeah, I'll bet you anything he probably fell asleep. I've watched him scam and con these. Yeah, I mean it. And what's so sad is all the Tiglets, they fall for his shit, hook, line, and sinker. I mean, Mama T, at least I give her kudos for stepping away and actually staying away. Um, Unlike Tiger Lori, she went running right back to him once he got out, and still following and pushing all of his bullshit. And it just amazes me. I don't understand the mentality of some of these people that they fall for this shit hook, line, and sinker, and will keep putting it out there. I mean, like Terry, Lori, all of them. Right? God, I'd hate to be the person who had to give him his first bath if they gave him a bath while he was in there. Because he was only in there 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th, something like that. So, bottom line is money, cash apps, and PayPal account. That's all he ever does. His whole entire life has been nothing but a grift, a scam for people to pay his way for everything. It's sad. Remember when the warrant came out? He said he was going to make 20. Oh, Jesus. Oh, I'm sure the accident probably did bring him some accident or some. God, I'm getting tired. The accident did bring him some cash apps. Sadly, But excuse me. Mama T surprised me actually. I thought she'd go back. At first I thought she would too, especially after Lori went back. But, I have to say I've been proud that she's been able to stick it to it. But I don't know. Now she's backing Katie with, Now she's come out with a bunch of, I never lie bullshit, you know, which in and of itself just reminds me and mirrors like Ernie's personality. I never lie, but yet what the past couple of weeks we've found many, 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 many lies. Hey, vampires love. You made it. Just about to end though. I'm tired. I think Kemper already fell asleep. Oh, you weren't here when yeah, what finally broke? Um Before Ernie went to jail, before he got picked up, he kicked several of them out of the quote Tiglets. Um, Mama T was one of them, and so was Lori. He kicked them out. There was like a big back and forth between the two of them, or between the two sides. And when Ernie, I think, wasn't he in jail when all of a sudden Tiger Lori started spilling the tea on Ernie, saying all kinds of, all of his, basically saying that everything about Ernie, all of his stories are nothing but lies and grifting and all that shit. Um, she puts it all out there that it was all lies, but once he gets out in February, shortly after, she goes right back to him and gets, I don't know what, what or why. I mean, especially after all the truths that she was coming out about Ernie, that she would turn around and go back to him. But thankfully, Mama T, her eyes were finally opened and did not go back to him. So do you believe he still has his original phones? He probably does. You know, I don't see why he wouldn't unless um, they were in the van still, but they would have released his property to him. So I'm sure he has his original phones. So what, did somebody actually send him a phone while he was in the hospital? I keep hearing something about sending money for a phone, and I've been working so much that I've missed where that came about. So I'm not sure about that. Yeah, lying about, yeah. But still, Lori went back. Mama T thankfully stayed away from him, and finally opened her eyes. Yes, but you grifted from. Oh, okay. I see. Like I said, I was been working, so I've been trying to catch up on a lot of this stuff, and which means a lot of fast forwarding. So I probably missed that part. Well, yeah, we know he had a phone that he was using to call people. So I don't know. Oops. Oh, damn it. Wrong one. Yeah, I know, but I will say that, I'm proud that she has not gone back to him, but that's about it. Whoops. No, it it was not a romantically rejection, that I don't think so. I mean, who knows really? But I don't think the police held his phone. It was probably left in the, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Because there was, no real reason to keep it as evidence, because um, there is a dash cam in the van. If they needed any information, they would have been able to get it right from there. Just legs. I'm glad that you haven't gone back over there either. I know it's taken a while, but hey, I can't really say much against that because, I was with Jimbo, took a lot of his shit hook, line, and sinker, but, um, you know, So I can see why. And I know everyone kept trying to tell us, and we definitely kept trying to tell you guys for a minute, for a long, long, long time. But until you finally see it, you see it. You thought she had a girlfriend? Oh my god. No, she doesn't have a girlfriend. He said he had one. Sent, I believe it only clicked on me, but huh. Yeah. All I gotta say, Ernie's probably out on the run again, waiting for him to pop his little ugly head back up. It won't be long, because a lot of people are really pissed off about this accident shit. About, this total fucking lie that he just did. So yeah, it won't be long till he's back in custody again. It's just gonna take. He always tells on himself. I mean, he can't help it. He always tells on himself, and always will. Like I said, all this shit has just been recycled over the past 4 years. Everything. It's like he gets really predictable. But anyways, I'm sorry, guys. It's late, and I know it's super late over there or where everybody else is. So I'm gonna call it a night. I thank everybody for coming and going over this shit, getting our side of what's been going on. But I appreciate everything. I'm glad y'all came, and hope you have a good day today. And poor Kemper, I think he's asleep. So I'll say good night for the both of us, and have a good day. We will see you guys next time.